So today I'm going to be talking about stopping the use of performance-enhancing drugs and steroids in high school athletics. So steroids are any organic compound that acts as a sex hormone in the body with the purpose of making a human body stronger and more resistant to fatigue. And some of the most common steroids are testosterone, oxabolone, and dietary cholesterol. So the most common type of steroid is the anabolic steroid, and it is simply a natural and synthetic component, and it is most commonly used by athletes to enhance their performance. So most athletes who are busted for using performance-enhancing drugs are using this form of anabolic steroids, and some of the most common brands are Dianabol, Axiron, and Fortesta. So some of the detrimental effects that come along with steroid use are extreme body acne, as you can see in this picture, oily skin, balding, heart attacks, and extreme mood swings. So these mood swings are where we get the phrase roid rage, which is a common effect of the steroid. There are also many negative effects for women. They will grow excessive body hair, they will experience deeper voices and have menstrual irregularities, as well as developing masculine features on their body. Apart from the negative health effects that come along with steroids, it's also considered cheating, and it compromises the overall integrity of all athletic competitions. So athletes have to live with this guilt after they are busted or found out for using the steroids. This is Marion Jones, who was a U.S. track athlete, and she was busted for using drugs, and she was forced to come out and tell all of her fans and followers that she was actually cheating for all the competitions that she had won. Lance Armstrong is another common athlete who was busted for performance-enhancing drugs. He was an Olympic cyclist who won 7 Tour de France titles, but because of his blood doping, in which he took out blood from his body and put in fresh blood, he was busted and all of his titles were stripped. So you see he had all these great fans, and then he was forced to live with the fact that all of his titles were stripped. Barry Bonds is another common athlete who people know was busted for performance-enhancing drugs. He was an MLB baseball player who set the home run record in MLB history, but there will always be a little asterisk next to his name because he was busted for the use of drugs. And because of his drug use, he has not yet been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and some think that he may never get there because of the discovery of the drugs that he was using. It's interesting that high school drug testing, as of right now, does not really exist. There are no rules against performance-enhancing drugs in the CMS athletic rule book. Instead, athletic programs have the opportunity to request a drug test on certain players if they feel there's a reasonable suspicion for them using the drugs. And finally, to all high school athletes, cheaters never truly win. As bad as you want to be successful both on and off the field, using steroids to make yourself better will only force you to live with that guilt. It's much better to go through life and through your athletic career pushing yourself to be the best you can be without having to use the steroids or any other helper to make you better than someone else.